I asked AI to give me a topic to talk about on this drive. And it said that I needed to choose something that I was knowledgeable about and I was passionate about, and it gave me 5 topics of recommendation. The very first one that it recommended, and it said that this is a hot topic on social media. This is something that everybody is talking about loudly and they're very passionate about, and it'll get you views, so talk about it. Talk about Daddy Ball. And it just broke my heart. It just broke my heart because, yeah, AI is not wrong. It scrubs social media and it sees a million topics on Daddy Ball and it wants me to talk about that. And my problem with Daddy Ball isn't Daddy Ball. My problem with Daddy Ball is that the term is so misapplied to sports in general. It's taking a negative that exists in sports, and that is politics. Politics exists in sports. Politics exists at the workplace. Politics exists at school. Politics exists at your volunteer opportunities, at your church. It's everywhere. These politics are personal biases. And in the Daddy Ball world, and whether we're talking about getting first chair in orchestra or we're talking about being the shortstop on a baseball team, the concept of favoritism is alive and well and fuels more angst and anxiety than is justified given how much it truly exists. I'm not telling you didn't experience Daddy Ball. I'm assuring you that you have. But it doesn't actually affect your child nearly as much as you think it does. There are exceptions to that rule, but here's what I can tell you. First of all, without parent volunteers, the majority of your hobbies for your children don't exist. You need parent volunteers that know a little bit about something to run the baseball league, to run the art class, to run the photography club, to coach and be there for your kids. And as they progress, you need parents in that realm to coach more advanced skills, to coach on pay situations and pay teams and travel, and you need them because there aren't enough organizations for the top kids with independent coaches to go around for everybody. And here's the thing, and the reason I put it in quotations, even the ones who are independent and don't have a kid on the team still have biases, because the kid who pays for lessons is seen more by that individual. If I'm going after school 3 days a week to get drawing lessons from the art teacher, that art instructor knows me better and my tendencies better and has helped groom my skills. So in the art show, I'm going to get a better shot at having a premier placement for my drawings. Not because she thinks you should have to pay her to give lessons, and if you do that, you're going to get a premium spot, but because human nature is biased. She knows me, she trusts me, she likes my work, she helped me make it. So it goes front and center. She's proud of it, she's bought into me, we're connected. And the same is true on the baseball field. The kid who's got lessons from the independent, unbiased coach, or has been in the organization a lot longer, has built up trust. And there's a natural bias to that child for that exact reason. And if Johnny is actually better than that kid, but not better enough to blow the coach away, the kid they trust and know and who gets lessons from them is still going to get the spot. So when you talk about the biases of Daddy Ball, you're lumping an entire group of volunteers together, some of them are paid coaches also, and making a negative statement about the existence of volunteer coaches that are the absolute bedrock of recreational sports and of the now travel business of sports. And without those people, there isn't an opportunity for Johnny to play. So if Johnny is better than the kid playing shortstop, who is the coach's kid, and you're upset about it, I understand. And I'm not going to yell and scream and say, well, why don't you go find an unbiased coach? Because they don't exist. Every coach is biased. And why don't you coach your own team? Well, you go ahead and do that. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. What you have to understand is your kid wants to be the shortstop. The coach's kid is at shortstop. The coach's kid works with the coach all the time. So there's a natural bias there. He knows he can trust his kid. And if his kid is terrible, your issue isn't that the coach is playing his kid at shortstop because he's his dad, and that's unfair. Your issue is that you have a bias problem, a biasing. That coach is biased to his son and puts his son above the team. And so that hurts the team's opportunity to win, and you're mad about it, and you want your kid to play shortstop. But you have the same bias because you believe your kid is better than that guy. And if you were in power, you'd put your kid in that spot. Well, I'm not biased. I can see for my kid for what he is. I know he's not the greatest player ever, but he's certainly better than Johnny. You're saying the same thing the coach is saying. It's just the coach is saying about his own kid, and you're saying about yours. So daddy ball isn't the problem. The problem is that there are biases. And sometimes they're detrimental to your kid, sometimes they're beneficial to your kid, sometimes they're beneficial to the team, sometimes they're detrimental to the team. And you have to choose growth environments and productive environments where you can live with the bias that's in that environment. Look, let's say your kid is a 7 and Johnny's a 6. Maybe even Johnny's a 5. But Johnny's dad is putting in 30 hours a week of volunteer time on the team. I'm sorry, I'm not holding it against Johnny's dad for putting Johnny at shortstop. He's paying the dues to put his kid there. Well, that's not fair. Maybe it's not fair. Maybe it's not fair. But you know what? You're not putting in that time. You're not out there every day. And one of the rewards of being the coach is having the opportunity to give your child the benefit of the doubt. And one of the rewards of being being a paid, unbiased coach is having the opportunity to reward the kids that you know are putting in the extra work. Being a coach isn't strictly about balancing the roster with fairness. And I have a whole series on the paradox of fairness, and it gets into, everything we're talking about here. But the reality is, we like to blame daddy ball because we don't like that it is their kid, or we don't like the coach giving the kid who's getting lessons beneficial treatment, because it's not our kid, because we're biased for our kid. And guess what? They're biased for the kid they're biased for. And it's always going to be that way in life. It's that way at work. We talk about whether or not there's an issue with the coach's, the boss's son working in the company. But what about the person who just helped groom the college kid into middle management, and he has a bias for that person because that person has been with the company and they've watched him grow, and they feel part of their growth, and they feel like they want to promote them, right? Or maybe they want to promote the hot new guy they just brought in. They spent all this time recruiting, and he's a tech wizard, and he's going to jump over the guy who's been there for 15 years because they're invested in the recruitment of that person and bringing them in. That's a bias. There's a lot of bias. And so your problem with daddy ball isn't that the coach exists. It isn't the coach is the dad. It isn't that the kid exists. It isn't the kid is the son. You're mad because your kid isn't getting the bias their kid is. And whether your kid is better or not isn't really what's important in this situation. What you have to look at is, can you make this a viable environment for your child? When everybody's playing rec and there's not the big money involved in it, and it's just playtime, people are a lot less bent out of shape about playing third base versus playing shortstop. But when we feel like we need a return on investment, then we start getting upset that my daughter's not first chair violin. Why isn't she first chair violin? Just because Cindy is paying for lessons and Cindy is the teacher's pet, Cindy gets to be first chair. But my daughter, who's worked her butt off, doesn't get to be first chair. Well, is it still a good situation for her? Is being second or third chair still giving her the opportunity to perform in concerts? Is it still giving her the opportunity to practice her craft? When she comes home after school, does she grab the violin and practice it, or are you making her do it because you want her to play the violin? Does your son come home and shoot 50 foul shots on his own? Or do you yell at him at dinner for not being passionate enough, and then he goes out and goes through the motions shooting his foul shots? You look at your environment, look at your situation. The daddy ball aspect of it, the biases of it, may not actually be affecting your child the way you think they are, because they're affecting you in that way. But your kid is just happy to play second base, and Johnny's his buddy. He's good with it. And he knows that later in the season, Johnny's going to pitch. And when Johnny pitches, there's going to be a chance to play some shortstop. Well, coach's kid, of course, is going to pitch. Man, again, you're taking the wrong attitude here. Be thankful that there is a person who has stepped up and is dedicating an untold amount of hours to answering your emails, complaining about playtime, and running practices for your kid while you go get a coffee. I'm sorry. I'm tired of hearing about daddy ball as a curse word. Be happy there is somebody out there creating these opportunities for children. Be happy that your child is getting to participate. And if it truly, truly is a bias that is so unbelievably toxic that you just can't handle it anymore, there are a million other opportunities out there. Find one. Start your own team. I don't care. I don't understand why you have to hate when someone is just providing opportunities and taking advantage of the same thing that you would take advantage of if you were in their shoes. I'm Coach Eric. Hooray for Daddy Ball.
Keep your head up high, don't let fear lead the way. Act, take a swing, let the baton talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, you're ready to play. Sun shining bright, he's feeling the heat. With every deep breath, he's back on his feet. Visualizing success, he's got a new plan. With the tools from Play Big, he's a brand new man. He knows it's a journey, not just a quick fix. With patience and practice, he'll find his own mix. Act, take a swing, let the back of the talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, you're ready to play. Every setback's a lesson, every strike's a chance to rise up stronger, to take a new stance. With the crowd on his side, he's ready to show. With the ABCs in his heart, he's ready to go. Take a swing, let the back of the talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, you're ready to play. So here's to the slumps, the struggles we face. With courage and commitment, we'll find our own place. Every new inning is a chance to rise. Chase the champion spirit to the skies. Every new inning is a chance to rise. Here's to the slumps. Here's to the struggles.